Hi, I'm Deanna. We're in Auckland, New Zealand. So yeah, I'm a teacher. I really like, well, clearly I really like reading. I live in one of the areas with the most beautiful beaches in New Zealand, so I love the beach, love swimming. I'm not very fit, but I do like getting up and about. Enjoy travel and finding new places, new people. Yeah, I guess with questioning everything, questioning what I believe, I also started questioning like who I am and things again. Went through a little mini midlife crisis, identity crisis. Who am I? What do I think? What do I believe? Who am I attracted to? And it's inconclusive so far. I've actually never wanted children. I believe quite strongly in the fact that I will never have children. I quite admire child-free families because I know there's enough pressure on people to have children, so standing up to that pressure is quite impressive, really. So there's this quote by Lawrence Krauss. It's the most beautiful thing I know about science is that we are all made from the same things as stars. And so I put the idea out on Twitter, and this wonderful person, Ren from the States, she designed my tattoo for me based on that quote. And yeah, and it was the 4th tattoo that I got, and it's the one that I get most comment on, most question about. So I was raised in a house where religion wasn't very important. My parents were agnostic. My mum said that my dad, when she met him, described himself as an atheist, which is not entirely accurate now. So there was no pressure on my sister and my brother and I to choose religion or to believe in a particular way or not. We were sort of just left to decide for ourselves. I think my brother and my sister would describe themselves as Christian. So growing up, I had lots of friends who were Christian, and so you just sort of didn't, and we had religious instruction at school, so you sort of just didn't question that there was a God. It was just how things were, and just because it wasn't important in our house. So I started off, I guess, reading lots of mythologies. I'm a historian, so that's how I got into history, learning about what people believed before, all the different gods, myths and monsters and things like that. And if Jesus has only been around for 2,000 years, and what did they believe before that, and how did they get to believe that, and why do Egyptian mythologies have the same stories as Christian mythologies and things like this. So it was, that kind of thing got me questioning. And then the more I read, the more I learned, I sort of stopped believing in religion as an institution first. I guess I got quite disillusioned with churches. And then a lot of my friends, as I said, were religious, and I had a friend who was quite strong Catholic and another friend who was part of Assembly of God, which is quite conservative in their practices and or in their beliefs anyway, and just conversations with them and sort of got me thinking about things, and so I stopped believing in God, and started believing in a higher power of some sort. And my family went through, or my parents went through, a kind of new age stage, crystals and visualizations and things like that. And I was quite interested in them at the time. I guess I was about 15 or 16. And after a while I was just like, oh, well, but there's nothing scientific, and it's a lump of rock, how can that help? And you know, the human mind is amazing, so, you know, who knows. And then later on, I went through uni basically just being a passive agnostic and sort of maybe not, something's out there, but you know. And then I got into comedy, and through Tim Minchin, the comedian, I started after university thinking about what I actually believed and what I didn't, and talking to people who are also fans of Tim, and sort of just thinking about exactly what I believed in, reading a bit more, finding out a bit more stuff. I went to a talk by Richard Dawkins here in Auckland, and I figured out I wasn't a militant atheist, but I don't believe in higher power or anything like that. I believe in humanity and the good that they can do, but also in the bad that they can do. And yeah, no, I don't think there's a God. I'm quite open with everybody about the fact that I don't believe in a God, and with my family it's fine because just of the way they are, even though my sister and my brother had a little bit of trouble getting their head around it to start with. My parents are fine with it, my grandparents are fine with it. So with my co-workers, I live in what is considered the Bible Belt of New Zealand. It's very strange. So a lot of them are quite strongly Christian, and they have no issue with, or if they do, they don't tell me about it. But interestingly, quite a few people at work are atheist as well. So we've got like a few extremes there. The most interesting reactions I have are from the students. I'm a teacher. And because they'll ask me, it's a range of questions, and it always goes, are you married? Are you a lesbian? Do you believe in God? No? No. The kids, I mean, a lot of the kids in the area just believe because that's how they're brought up to believe, and some of them are like, yeah, but nah, we just go to church, we don't know what's going on. And a lot of them, some of them who are from quite devout families are really shocked when I say I don't believe in God. Why don't you believe in God? And well, I don't know if there is one. I don't think there is one. You know, so it's an interesting conversation to have with people who haven't really thought about it and just assume. Sounds very strange. You're not alone. You're not the only one who doesn't believe, and yeah, I don't know, there are people out there who can identify with what you're thinking and the experiences of coming out if you're coming out to a Christian family. Yeah. I guess one of my best friends is strongly Christian, and we talked about her Christian beliefs and my atheist self, and we've sort of come to the conclusion it's just live and let live. You believe what you believe. I'm not going to be able to change that no matter what arguments I make, and you're not going to be able to change me whatever arguments you make. So let's just get along. Why can't we be friends?